Hello everyone. In this video I'll be showing you how to find high performance stocks using the free version of the TradingView. So first we'll just go to the TradingView website like I have already searched here. We'll just go to the TradingView and I'm using the free version here. If you have a paid version, that's even better, but all of this you can do in the free version as well. Now we'll go to the products and here you'll see screeners. So in TradingView also you have bunch of already ready-made screeners, like if you go to this section right here where you have new 52-week high. So there are bunch of ready-made screeners already available, like the most capitalized stocks, volume leaders, top gainers, top losers, all-time high, all-time low, this new 52-week high low, new monthly high low, and overbought, oversold, outperforming the simple moving average 50 and earnings this week. So there are a bunch of already ready-made scanners as well, and you can make new scanners as well. So first we'll go and we'll be using this scanner that we have already have here, the new 52-week high. So if you are a beginner, so you should always start with scanning the stocks which are at their 52-week high. So in this we are getting right now 310 matches, right? So but there are penny stocks, like there are the penny stocks like this, there are some ETFs as well. There are some penny stocks and there are some very low volume stocks, like we have stocks here like this Vance Technology 0.59 paisa stock, or maybe this 3 rupee stock. So we don't know we don't want these kind of stocks coming in our scanner, so we'll make some of the modifications here. So you go to the filters, adjust filters, and here like we have already selected like these, there are a bunch of filters available. So we have a 52-week high, primary listing, current trading day. So here you can also set the exchange as well, like if I want to look at only the NSE stocks, so I'll be selecting the exchange to NSE, so it will show me the stocks which are listed on NSE. So the list have already come down from around 310 stocks to 161 stocks, but still there are many penny stocks like this BKM Industries. So what I want is that I want stocks which have a minimum trading price of 40. So because I don't want any penny stocks like 2 3 4 5 rupees or maybe 10 20 rupees stocks, so I'll just go to this filter again and I'll just scroll down, and here you'll find this price, right? So here you have below, so here you have to select above or equal and add the value, like I want stocks which are at 40 rupees or above 40, right? So here now the list has come down to 141 stocks instead of 160 names, right? So it has eliminated all the stocks which are which are below the 40 rupees. And maybe you want to add some volume filter as well, like if you look at this stock, this only has a 45,000 volume, right? So such stocks are mostly circuit stocks or easy to manipulate. Like if you look at the charts of if you look at the charts of this particular stock, you can clearly see it mostly trades within the circuits, right? So it's difficult to trade such stocks. So what you can do is you can put a volume filter as well. So you'll find an option here, volume. Here you just have to select the volume, like I want stocks which have a minimum volume of 500,000, right? So now the list has come down to only 52 names. So these names are above 40 rupees, they are at their 52-week high, and they have volume of more than 500,000. Or maybe if you don't want to keep that, maybe you can add a number yourself, like let's say 300,000 volume, right? So now the names are 72, right? So these stocks have a volume of more than 300,000. And like if you look at the many stocks here, like if you look at the KPI Green Energy and all this, right? So if you directly want to go to the charts with this, like you can also, if you have a paid version, you can download the excel file as well, and from there you can paste the all these name in the watch list. Or what you can do is you come down to this option right here, this small arrow right here, and here you just do the same, right? I just opened a separate screener here, but you can make all the modifications here as well. Just extend it a bit and make all the modifications. Like what we did, we went to the filter and we selected the exchange only to NSE, because we are only looking at the NSE stocks. Then what we did was we changed the price it should be above or equal to 40 rupees, right? So we're looking for stocks which are above and equal to 40. And here we come down to the volume filter, and here we change the volume to 300,000, right? So the stock has a minimum trading volume of 300,000. So you have got 72 names here, and you can, what you can do is directly, either if you have the paid version, you can download the Excel file and then paste it in a separate watch list, or you can just go through one by one name here. So right, exactly, like if you look at the 5 paisa capital, you got a really good stock here coming out of a range, right? It has been trading in this range since the beginning, since the end of July. It's so there was this gap up, strong breakout gap up candle right here with huge volume formed on 25th July, and since then the stock has been trading within this particular range, and finally on Friday it gave a breakout from this particular range. If you go to the weekly chart as well, it is near its all-time high. One more modification you can make here is, there are bunch of useless information here. So what you can do is click on these three dots, and we are going to deselect some of the stuff right here. We don't want to know about the EPS, and we only need the percentage, how much percent of stock moved in a particular day. We don't need the market capitalization here, or the number of employees, or the PE ratio, right? And technical rating as well, it's of no use. And we'll remove the volume and price. So what we have kept here is, we have kept the price, the change percentage, volume, sector, and we're gonna add one to additional uh, points here, like this 3-month performance, right? It'll tell you how much the stock has moved within the last 3 months, right? Because again, that tells you about the strength of the particular stock, right? If it is moving from last 3 months, there's a chance that it may continue this particular move, right? So it's telling like this 3i 3i Infotech has moved 44% in the last 3 months. If you look at the 5 paisa capital, it has only moved 9%, that too on Friday. If you look at this 63 moons technology, it has moved around 30%. And if you look at the Ashapura mine camp, it has moved more than 56%. So why I am selecting this stock, again, if you see, this is coming out of a very good range after a very strong up move. It is again, it consolidated in this particular range for 2-3 months, and now it's finally coming out of this particular range. Right, if you look at the other stocks like this Bharat Wire, in the last 3 months it has moved 42.18%, and again it is on the verge of a further breakout right here. If you look at the BHEL, right, so again it broke out on Friday, but earlier as well, it broke out from this particular range. So many people have taken an early entry at this particular point, right? So it tell like this is the simplest scanner that you can get. You can get bunch of other type of scanners according to your own criteria, but this again covers most of the stocks that are doing well in the market, and you can get bunch of good names here, right? We have seen many names, like if you look at this Bliss GVS Pharma, it has moved 48% in last 3 months, and look how beautifully it moved right after this breakaway gap. It is up 54% from right from that particular breakaway gap level, right? And if you look at other stocks like Blue Star, Signite Tech, look at this also gave a good move on Thursday and Friday, coming out of this small high tide flag kind of formation, right? So from this particular base, the stock moved up around 50%, and then it consolidated in this small range, forming a high tide flag, and now it's coming out of this particular range. If you look at this CSB Bank, again, it's near this its all-time high level, crossing that previous all-time high level after a big drop. And one more addition you can do here is, if you can look at the all-time high level of that particular stock. So again, you have here the price, the change percentage, volume, sector, 3-month performance, and the all-time high level. Because again, looking at the all-time high level, it will tell you about the how the stock, how far the stock is down from its all-time high level. If you look at this DCM Novel, again, if you see, it is again coming out of a range. If you look at here, and if you look at DCM Shriram Industries, again, this is also coming out of a good range from it was consolidating here from at least a month, more than a month, right? Because again, I'm looking at the weekly chart, so it was consolidating here from more than a month, and its last 3 month performance it has given 33.62% returns. If you look at the DCX India, or maybe if you look at the Alcon Engineering, right, if you look at the daily chart, so again it is coming out of a cup and a handle. If you look at the Finotex chemicals, again it gave a very strong move on Friday, more than 10% move, and it is also coming out of a very big range. If you look at here, if you look at the Fame Industries, again coming out of a big range right here. The Gateway District Parks, again it consolidated here few weeks, months back, it consolidated here, then a very strong up move from here around 20%, and then now again forming a small range, which could lead to look at the insurance stocks as well, right? If you had run the scanner earlier, you would have gotten this from when the stock was coming out of this particular range as well. And if you look at the Granules India, again forming a new 52-week high coming out of this particular small range. If you look at crossing its previous 52-week high, and its all-time high level is at 437. So you can get bunch of information here from this, but a simple scanner. And as a beginner especially, if you do this exercise daily, because again 72 stocks are not much to scan daily as well, you just, if you are a beginner, you may need let's say you may need more than a half an hour. But if you are if you are an experienced trader, you'll only require only 10-15 minutes to go through these names, right? You look at the Hero Motocorp, again if you look at the weekly chart or the monthly chart, again you can see it is coming out of a very big range, finally crossing its 2017 high, right? So again if you look at other stocks as well, this Honasa Consumer, your Mamaearth IPO, again it has given good return, last 3 month performance. If you look at from the starting, it is counting from the starting because it is a new IPO, so it has already given more than 40% in this very small very less time. If you look at this ICIL, Indo Count Industries, again first the stock came out of this big range and again consolidated and then reversed from here, and again now it is near its all-time high level, right? If you look at the Indian Metals and Ferrous Industries, again the stock is in a good uptrend. If you look at Jaiswal Nesco Industries, again a good uptrend. The volume is also good, like 1.588 million shares traded, right? You look at the Jindal Steel, again coming off a big range, we have a breakout point right here, so stock consolidates a bit more here, or maybe a small pullback if it gives from here and then give a breakout, that would be even better, right? So again, or so this is your one simple scanner that you can make, you can do bunch of modifications in the already one, and you can save it here as well, like 52-week high names modified, let's say, let's give this a name, right? So next time you can just go to your own scanner and just repeat this, just again you already have you have a ready-made scanner here. Look at the names, all of them are doing really good, and a bunch of them are popular on Twitter as well, like most of the people are posting these names only, and there are very limited names, so you can just go through them. Only 10-15 minutes would be required for you to go through these names. And you can make another screener as well, just go to the filters, and now here you can create a new screener. So what you'll do is you deselect this new 52-week high. You can keep your volume criteria same, or maybe change the volume criteria, or maybe change the exchange criteria, like if we want to look at both the exchanges, the NSE and the BSE, let's say, and there's no specific country, you can also select the index as well, right? If you're looking for a specific index name, right, you can set the market capitalization as well. If you suppose you're looking for stocks less than 10,000 crore market cap, you can change those numbers as well. But here we'll create a new scanner that I usually run, because again it gives you high performance stocks. So what you have to do is just scroll down and you come to here. Maybe you can also form a gap screener as well. Here you can just give the stocks, let's say gap percent. I am looking for the stocks that have gapped up more than 4%. So only 9 stocks that came in the screener which opened the next day and gave a more than 4%, like 4% kind of move gap up was good, right? From the previous closing to the next opening, if you see this around 4% gap here. Munjal Autos, if you see, again a 4% move from, so only very few names, right? So I'm just showing you this, so we'll deselect this criteria, and as I was saying, we'll scroll down and we will come down to 3-month performance, and here we'll go to equal and above, and we are typically looking for stocks which have given, let's say, 50% returns in the last 3 months, because again, that will tell you about the stocks which are already in a, performing really good. You look at the names like the Angel one, right? It gave a small formed a kind of a small inside pay inside, what I call the inside pay inside, right here, because again, all these candles, if you see, each candle is within the range of this one big candle, right? So we had this one big candle and all the candles are within the range of that particular candle, so I call it the inside pay inside, right? So again, it is coming out of this range. And if you look at other names like Apollo Microsystem, look at how beautifully the stock has moved, although it is a kind of a circuit kind of stock, but again, look how beautifully it has moved. You look at the Ashapura Minecam, again, this name is coming in bunch of other scanners as well, so it is telling you like this is a good stock, right? You look at the Awadh Sugar Energy, again, it is coming out of a range, and it is also, it's near all time high level, right? So you look at the Birla Money, you look at the BSC, right? Because again, these are the high performance stocks which have been which have given more than 50% returns in the last 3 months. You look at the car trade, again, consolidating value. You look at the CDSL or the high performance name, like, so this was the initial entry back then. Currently, right, it's coming back and taking support at the 21-day moving average, right? I haven't kept the 21, yeah, right? So it's coming down and taking support at the 10 and the 21-day moving average, right? And if you look at the other names as well, you look at the Chennai Petro Chemicals, again, taking support at the 21-day moving average. Signite Tech, again, it is coming. You look at the electro steel casting, see, again, a small flag formation happening here, right? So it is very useful when you could get these momentum stocks, and you can change the filters according to your own criteria. Like, let's say I want to look at stocks which have given 30% returns in last 3 months. So the names have increased to, let's say, 127, which is, again, you can, on the weekend, you can simply go through 127 names, right? It's not very much. It also captures the IPO names as well, right? So this was the ATL IPO. So first entry it gave around here, and the second one was this strong IPO breakout right here, and now it's consolidating in a small range well above the 10-day moving average. You look at Awadh Sugar, the Aventil, BGR Energy Systems, whatever this company is, Bharat Wire, BHEL, Birla Money, right? All those names. Like, if you look at the DB Realty, right? Again, it gave a strong shakeout here, right here, strong shakeout here, and then it continued its upward journey, now taking support at the 10-day, 21-day moving average. You look at the Dilip Buildcon, it came out of this, big elaborated range where it consolidated for many months, right? The consolidation started on August, and it finally broke out in November. So August, September, October, 3 months consolidation, right? And now after that gave a good move of 20%, now consolidating in a small range, ready for another up move. You look at the DCM, Shriram Industries, your Deccan Gold Mines, DLF, your DLF again gave a very good sharp move. You look at the Edelweiss Financial Services, again gave a very sharp move. Like, this name is also coming in the scanner, right? So again, if you were not able to take an entry on this day, maybe it will consolidate here like this, or maybe you can take an entry and keep the stop loss near the candles low, right? Electro Steel Cast, EMI Realty, EMIL, if you look at this stock also, again, it is a very good trending stock which came out of this range and have been constantly taking support at the 10-day and the 21-day moving average, and when it broke the 21-day, it took support at the 15-day moving average as well, right? You look at the EMS Limited, again, an IPO stock where first it formed the IPO base, then a breakout, and then again pulled back a little bit, and here again formed a new pivot point, and from there many of my friends also captured this particular move. You look at the fact. So here you can get many high performance names, like you must have seen these names on the Twitter as well. So here you don't need any additional software, you don't need the paid version, you don't need to learn the charting, and you don't need to set bunch of other criterias. Here you can just simply look for stocks which have been moving from last 3 months, and here there are bunch of criterias according to your own. You have the financial criterias, the technical criterias, the descriptive criterias, right? You can select any kind of you can select the exchange, the sector, the index, industry as well. You can set the average volume, last 10-day average volume कितनी होनी चाहिए, last 30-day average volume कितनी होनी चाहिए, your relative volume, and relative volume at time, at particular time what should be the volume. The change percentage means how much the particular stock has moved in last 1 month. Let's say this last 1 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, or the 1 month. Let's say the stocks which gave a let's say 30% return in last 1 month, right? We're gonna zero down this criteria of 3 month performance, and we'll set this the stocks which gave a 30% move in last 1 month. So there are more than 500 stocks which gave the this kind of return in last 1 month, right? So again, and here simply you can just save the name, right? So last 1 month high performers. So there are a bunch of scanners, most of the names would be coming. So like again, so that's why I'm not looking at the 1 month. My preference is more towards the 3 month, because again the stock that has been in a momentum, because it also captures the stock which recently broke out as well, and they were consolidating. Or you can also check the yearly performance, or the 6 month performance, or the year to date performance, and all time performance as well. The volatility you can set, or RSI. If you like to use RSI, you can look at the stocks which are above RSI 14 or below RSI 14. you know if you like to use the average to range, or the new all-time high, you can also look at the bunch of new all-time high stocks. So there are 40 names which are which have formed their new all-time high. Again, all those names are coming here, the stocks which have given most returns in the last 3 months. So again, your simple criteria here could be just look at the stocks which have given more than 30% returns in the last 3 months, right? You go to the 3 month performance, and here you select the above or equal, and just set it to 30, right? So here you'll get it's not like you'll get too many names. I must have media error, right? So you it's not like you'll get too many names, or so, right? You just get few names, and here you can refresh this list daily and look at the stocks daily, right? So that was it. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you learned something new.